It's 2 a.m. and your phone is ringing again. In a few years, that ringing phone may be the most valuable sound in the entire economy. And almost nobody sees it coming. A stranger's basement is filling with water. You pull on your boots in the dark. You think this is a dirty job, the kind nobody dreams about, the kind people quietly look down on. But the real answer is far stranger than a dirty job. What you are holding with your hands in the cold and the dark is the one kind of work the machine cannot reach, not won't, cannot. And there is a reason for that. A reason with a name almost no one knows. Stay with me, because once you see it, you will never look at your own hands the same way again. While the brightest minds of the age build systems that can write, paint, diagnose, and argue, you are doing something that quietly defeats every one of them. You are reaching into a broken, flooded, unrepeatable mess. No two ever the same. And you are fixing it. By feel. You don't think of yourself as safe. You think of yourself as a plumber. But step back, and your trade starts to look like a fortress. In 2013, two Oxford researchers, Frey and Michael Osborne, ranked hundreds of jobs by how easily a computer could do them. The headlines screamed about the jobs at risk. But here is the part nobody noticed. The jobs at the very bottom of the danger list, the safest of all, were not the clever ones. They were the ones that needed a human body, in a cramped space, solving a problem no manual had ever described. Your trade was among the safest on Earth. Why? The answer has a name. And it sounds like a contradiction. A roboticist named Hans Moravec noticed something decades ago that has haunted the field ever since. The things we thought were hard for a machine, chess, logic, calculation, turned out to be easy. And the things we thought were easy, climbing stairs, feeling for a leak in the dark, knowing by touch that a fitting is one turn from stripping, turned out to be nearly impossible. They call it Moravec's paradox. The machine can pass the bar exam. It cannot crawl under your sink. Do you see what that means for you? Because it gets stranger. An MIT economist named David Autor pointed back to an old idea from the philosopher Michael Polanyi. We know more than we can tell. You cannot fully write down what you do. The feel of the wrench. The sound a pipe makes before it bursts. The 1,000 judgments your hands make that you could never explain to an apprentice, let alone a line of code. Autor called this one of the great reasons jobs survive. The knowledge that lives in the body cannot be uploaded. And here is where the whole world quietly turns upside down. For 100 years, you were told the clean job was the smart job. Sit at a desk, wear the suit, work with your mind, not your hands. The trade was the fallback, the thing you did if you couldn't do better. But watch what happens now. The lawyer watches the software read the contract. The designer watches the blank canvas fill itself. The analyst watches the spreadsheet think. The prestige jobs, the ones you were told to envy, are the ones dissolving fastest. And your phone will not stop ringing. Have you noticed? Because a flooded basement does not care about your degree, a burst pipe at 2 a.m. cannot be solved from a server farm. When the water is rising and the panic is real, no one wants a chatbot. They want a human being who can walk through the door, kneel in the mess, and make it stop. You became, without meaning to, the thing the whole economy was quietly running toward. The work that has to be done by a body, in the world, where the world refuses to behave. So the question is not whether the machine is smart. It is. The real question is what survives when the smartest thing ever built still cannot feel for a leak in the dark. For all of history, we sorted work into clean and dirty, high and low, and we were sure we knew which was which. You are living through the exact moment that sorting breaks. Not because you climbed, because you were already standing on the one ground that doesn't wash away. It's 2 a.m. and your phone is ringing again. A stranger's basement is filling with water and only you can stop it. But now you know the truth. Your hands knew all along. This was never the job nobody wanted. It was the last job the machine could never take. And while the brightest work of the age quietly vanished, you pulled on your boots and you went.